we're telling the naked truth today about the real sex lives of college students. Before we get to our next guest, let me get this question in. Come on.
Yes, I just wanted to ask, when you guys have a party of sex, there's a difference between you having, an experience with somebody that you love and you care for, and the difference between, having a party for sex.
Yeah.
What are you getting out of it? Because what you said was that, if I recall correctly, is that we're trying out something, that I really care, this is for my experience. But you're not getting any experience, if you're just grouping up.
Why
or
is
if you're
that
sleeping
not
with
another?
I mean,
of course, we do go out. It's not like we're just this group. We do go out, and we do have our boyfriends or girlfriends or whatnot. And it's not like we cheat on them or anything. It's just, I don't see what's wrong with experimenting.
I don't think that it's. How could you say that it's only a valid experience if it's somebody that you're in love with? I just don't understand that.
No, there's also the question of orgasm. I mean, our survey showed that 13% of women had never had an orgasm, our college students, by any means. We're talking solo, with someone, no means. So that might be a good thing to learn.
There's one thing. You can have sex with somebody that you like, but what are you really getting when you're sleeping with a whole bunch of people?
I'm not having sex with anybody.
Maybe the chance of perhaps getting AIDS.
They're not having sex.
They're not saying that they're having sex with each other. They're saying, we're talking about a group of friends here. They're kind of supporting each other through finding and developing their sexuality. These people aren't getting in bed together every night. They happen to live together, but they're supporting each other through their own experimentation and just by being communicative. I think it's a positive thing. That
My next guest agrees with you, thinks it's positive too. She's Dr. Bonnie Jacobson from New York City. She has written the book, If Only You Would Listen. And Bonnie says it's a good thing for college students to experiment. What do you mean by that?
Well, I think that it's good to learn about your own identity before you get married, and you can do it a lot of different ways. They have decided to, are doing it in one way, but the girl in the audience can learn about herself in another way. There isn't one way to learn about yourself.
That's what we're here to say. All we're here to say is that what we do might not be the right thing for you. It might not be what you're into. And what you do to find your path in life or the right person for you may not be what we do. But everybody's different. And there's a million different ways of going about life, and we're just here to say that people need to be more open to a certain way of life, because if everybody just wants everybody to be the same, I mean, that's ridiculous. Everybody's different, and it's a good thing.
Dennis?
That's a basic fallacy, that everything is, it doesn't matter what you're doing. This young woman out here has exactly the right idea that love and sex must go together. If you want to raise a happy family, you have to have a loving relationship with your partner, and you have to have a loving relationship with your children.
From the audience.
I would like to know, when you say you messed around with girls, what type of way did you mess around with them? And you say, what we do, what is it that you do?
What do you want to know?
Ask a specific question.
Yeah, ask a specific question and we'll give you a specific
talk for a long
answer.
time, but
You said that you mess around with girls. What do you mean?
Just how you get together with a guy. You just mess around. I mean, obviously she doesn't have a penis, but like.
Do you have sex with a girl?
It depends what you consider sex. I've had oral sex with girls.
And Bonnie, you say all of this is good for experimentation.
The problem right now in the audience is that people are getting very nervous about that there are differences, and that these kids are experimenting, and it's making people nervous. And it's true that if they're not careful, that they can create chaos. But really, probably most of the people in this audience and on the panel, maybe with the exception of this man, have had parents that haven't had such great successful relationships. And these kids are trying to figure out, if my parents didn't do it right, is there a better way to go? And do I need to learn things?
I just don't. I don't understand all the judgment going on. My parents are definitely happy. I come from a solid background, a moral background, a very religious background. I chose to go in a different direction. This is my choice. This is not your choice. This is the way we are leading our lives. We are doing what we want to do. And you know what? What we're doing isn't half as bad as what's going on out there. And I'm not saying I personally, and I know my friends only have safe sex when we do have sex. And I'm not saying that I go out and I pick up some random girl and I have sex with her.
From the audience, real quick.
Yes, but isn't sex is sex? You say you have sex or sex. Sex is sex. Sex is sex. Sex is sex.
What is the biggest reason that our guest found out that a guy on campus would refuse to go to bed with a girl who was willing? Well, we'll ask them when we come back.